Do you sometimes wake up feeling like you've been run over by a truck? Does the thought of just getting out of bed feel like climbing Mount Everest before you've even had a cup of tea? It's a painful reality for so many of us as we get a little older. Isn't it? Things just aren't as easy first thing in the morning. Stiffness. Aches. Maybe just a general lack of get up and go that wasn't there when we were younger. It can make you dread starting the day, feeling like you're already behind before it's even begun. You see others who seem to bounce out of bed, full of energy, and you wonder what their secret is. Is it genetics? Luck? Some expensive supplement? Well, I remember watching my grandpa every morning when I was a kid. He wasn't wealthy. He didn't have any fancy equipment, but he had this quiet routine. It wasn't anything dramatic, just simple, consistent things he did without fail, and he was full of energy, sharp as a tack, and just seemed, well, vital, right up until his later years. I started incorporating some of those simple habits he practiced, adapted for my own life now, and honestly, it's made a world of difference. It's like unlocking a hidden energy source I didn't know I had. In this video, we're going to explore some of these simple, yet powerful morning practices, the kind of fundamental things that really support our bodies and minds as we age, helping with everything from boosting energy and improving digestion to keeping our minds clear and our spirits high. These aren't complicated or expensive tricks, just solid habits that stand the test of time. And you know what? My grandpa would tell you, the simplest things are often the most effective. Watch to the end, because there's something about consistency and embracing these simple rituals that might just surprise you with how big an impact they can have on your daily life and overall well-being. Let's start with the first thing that my grandpa did, almost before anything else. And it's something incredibly simple, yet profoundly overlooked by many of us today. He would start his day, even before the kettle was properly on for his tea, with a glass of water. Not cold water straight from the tap, but usually just room temperature, or sometimes even slightly warm water. And often, he'd squeeze a little bit of lemon into it. Just a simple glass of water. It seems so basic. Right, but think about it. We've just spent maybe 6, 7, 8 hours sleeping. Hopefully, during that time, our bodies have been working, repairing, and they haven't had any fluid intake. We wake up naturally a little dehydrated. It's like starting a car engine when it's been sitting in the cold all night. Things are a bit sluggish. Giving your body that initial hydration is like pouring the first bit of fuel into the tank, or maybe more accurately, like loosening everything up. For people our age, this is even more crucial. As we get older, our sense of thirst can sometimes diminish, and our bodies might not regulate fluid balance quite as efficiently. Plus, many of us take medications that can have a dehydrating effect. Starting the day with water helps rehydrate your system immediately. This simple act does several wonderful things. Firstly, it kickstarts your digestive system. That painful reality of feeling sluggish in the morning often starts with a slow digestive tract. A glass of water, especially warm water, can help stimulate peristalsis, the natural muscle contractions that move things along. This can be incredibly helpful for preventing or easing constipation, which, let's be honest, is a common complaint as we get older and something that can really impact our daily comfort and energy levels. My grandpa never really complained about digestive issues, and I always saw him doing this. He just said it felt right. Secondly, proper hydration is absolutely vital for energy levels. Even mild dehydration can lead to feelings of fatigue, dizziness, and difficulty concentrating. By hydrating first thing, you're giving your brain and body the fluid they need to function optimally. It's like watering a plant. When it's dry, it wilts. When it's watered, it perks up. We are very much the same. You might find that instead of reaching for that second or third cup of coffee just to feel awake, A simple glass of water does a better job of truly energizing you at a cellular level. Adding a squeeze of lemon, as my grandpa often did, brings its own set of benefits. Lemon is a good source of vitamin C, which is an antioxidant and supports the immune system. While a small squeeze in water isn't a massive dose, it's a nice little boost. Lemon water can also help with digestion and can even freshen breath. Some people find it helps with metabolism too, though the main benefit is likely from the water itself. It's a gentle way to alkaline your body, which some believe is beneficial. Although the science on that is still debated, what isn't debated is that it makes the water taste a bit more interesting, which might encourage you to drink it. The key here is consistency. It's not about downing a liter of water the moment you wake up, which could make you feel uncomfortable. It's about making that first drink of the day water. Maybe start with a smaller glass, say 8 ounces, and gradually increase it if you feel comfortable. Have the water ready by your bedside table so it's the first thing you reach for. My grandpa's habit was just automatic for him. He'd sit on the edge of his bed for a moment, take a few deep breaths, and then go get his water. It was part of his gentle awakening routine. So, before you do anything else, before you check your phone, before you worry about the day's tasks, before you even think about coffee or tea, pour yourself a glass of water. Sit quietly for a moment as you drink it. Feel it rehydrating you. It's a moment of self-care right at the start of the day. It's a simple kindness you can offer your body, setting the stage for better energy, better digestion, and just feeling more comfortable and ready to face the day. My grandpa swore by it, not in complicated health terms, but just saying it cleaned the pipes and made him feel right. And honestly, he wasn't wrong. It's a cornerstone of a vital morning. Now that we've started with that crucial first bit of hydration, setting our internal systems in motion, let's move on to the next thing my grandpa did. And this one might surprise you because it wasn't rigorous exercise. Nothing that would make you sweat or feel breathless. It was gentle movement. He would get up, have his water, and then he would spend about 10 to 15 minutes just moving his body softly. This wasn't a workout. It was more like an unfolding. Think simple stretches, reaching overhead, twisting gently side to side, maybe bending over slowly to touch his toes or as far as he could comfortably reach, rolling his shoulders, circling his ankles and wrists. This gentle morning movement is incredibly important, especially as we age. When we sleep, our muscles can stiffen up, our joints can feel creaky, and our circulation slows down a bit. Jumping straight into the day without any transition can feel jarring and contribute to those aches and pains we often experience. Grandpa's approach was about easing into motion. It was about waking up the muscles and joints, improving blood flow, and increasing flexibility little by little. The benefits of this simple habit are numerous and profound. Firstly, it helps reduce stiffness and improves mobility. By gently stretching and moving, you're lubricating your joints and helping your muscles relax after hours of inactivity. This can make simple tasks like getting dressed, bending down to pick something up, or even just walking around the house feel much easier and less painful throughout the day. I remember him reaching up high, like he was trying to touch the ceiling, and just breathing into the stretch. He'd hold it for a few seconds, then release. Simple, slow, deliberate. Secondly, gentle movement boosts circulation. As we move, our heart rate increases slightly, and blood flows more freely throughout our body. This delivers oxygen and nutrients to our muscles, tissues, and brain, which helps us feel more awake and alert. Improved circulation can also help reduce swelling in the hands and feet that some people experience in the morning. Grandpa always said it helped get the cobwebs out. It's true. It really does clear your head and makes you feel more physically present. Thirdly, it's wonderful for your energy levels without being draining. Unlike intense exercise, which might feel too much first thing in the morning and could leave you feeling depleted if you're not used to it. Gentle movement actually increases your energy. It awakens your body in a kind and supportive way, preparing it for the activities ahead without putting it under stress. It's like warming up an engine before you ask it to perform. What kind of movements are we talking about? Nothing complicated. It could be reaching your arms up towards the sky, holding it and feeling the stretch through your sides. It could be gentle neck rolls slowly, carefully, shoulder circles, forward and backward, gentle twists of the torso while sitting or standing, leg swings, holding onto a chair for balance, ankle circles, even just walking slowly around your living room for 10 minutes, focusing on your breath and how your body feels. The key is gentleness and listening to your body. Never push into pain. It's about easing tension, not creating it. My grandpa would often do his near a window, letting the early morning light fall on him as he moved. It was a peaceful, almost meditative part of his routine. You don't need special equipment or a lot of space. You can do many of these movements in your bedroom or living room. Find what feels good for your body. Maybe today it's just some stretches in a chair. Tomorrow, you might feel up to a short walk outside. The important thing is to create that habit of intentional, gentle movement every morning. It tells your body, okay, it's time to wake up and move. But we're going to do this kindly. Combining this with that first glass of water creates a beautiful sequence: rehydrate internally, then gently awaken externally. It's a 1-2 punch for chasing away that morning stiffness and sluggishness. These first two habits, so simple yet so powerful, were fundamental to how my grandpa started his day. They weren't about achieving peak physical fitness. They were about preparing his body and mind for the day ahead in a gentle, supportive way. And that, I've found, is exactly what we need as we navigate life in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. It's about maintaining function, easing discomfort, and boosting natural energy. It's truly remarkable how these small, consistent actions can accumulate into feeling significantly better day after day. It's not a quick fix, but a steady path towards more comfortable, more energized mornings. Moving on from gently waking up the body with hydration and movement, the next essential part of a vital morning routine, inspired by that enduring wisdom I saw in my grandpa, is mindful nourishment. This isn't about following the latest trendy diet or forcing yourself to eat something you dislike. It's about consciously choosing something simple and nourishing to break your fast, something that fuels your body and brain for the hours ahead without causing a digestive upset or a sugar crash. My grandpa wasn't a gourmet chef, far from it. His breakfast was always very simple, but it was consistent and it was substantial in a quiet way. Often, it was something like a small bowl of plain porridge, maybe with a few berries or a sprinkle of nuts, or sometimes just a piece of wholemeal toast with a little butter and jam. Alongside his ubiquitous cup of tea, the key was that he sat down, ate it slowly, and savored it. For us, as we age, the quality of what we eat in the morning becomes even more critical. Our metabolism might not be as quick as it once was, and our bodies might not process certain foods as easily. Loading up on sugary cereals, pastries, or heavy fried foods can lead to a rapid spike in blood sugar followed by a crash, leaving you feeling tired and irritable later in the morning. It can also be hard on the digestive system. Mindful nourishment in the morning means choosing foods that provide sustained energy and essential nutrients. Think complex carbohydrates, some healthy fats, and a bit of protein. A classic choice, much like my grandpa's porridge, is oats. Oats are a fantastic source of soluble fiber, which is excellent for digestive health. Remember our earlier point about constipation. Fiber is a big help. It also helps regulate blood sugar levels, giving you that steady energy release throughout the morning. Preparing it is simple: just oats and water or milk, dairy or non-dairy, maybe cooked gently on the hob, or even soaked overnight for convenience. You can add flavor and nutrients with fruits like berries, fresh or frozen, a few nuts or seeds for healthy fats and protein, or a sprinkle of cinnamon. Another wonderful option is eggs. Eggs are a complete protein source, meaning they contain all the essential amino acids your body needs. Protein is crucial for maintaining muscle mass, which is incredibly important as we age to support strength, balance, and metabolism. Protein also helps you feel full and satisfied, preventing those mid-morning energy slumps and cravings for unhealthy snacks. A couple of boiled or scrambled eggs are quick to prepare and can be eaten with that piece of wholemeal toast or some avocado for healthy fats. Yogurt, particularly Greek yogurt, is another excellent choice. It's high in protein and often contains probiotics, beneficial bacteria that support gut health. Again, good for digestion and overall well-being. You can top it with fruit, nuts, or seeds for added nutrients and texture. The mindful part of this is just as important as the nourishment part. My grandpa didn't eat his breakfast while rushing around or glued to a screen. He sat at the kitchen table, often looking out the window, and just ate. Slowly. He paid attention to his food. He wasn't distracted. This slow, mindful eating allows your digestive system to work more effectively. It also gives your brain time to register that you are full, preventing overeating. And it creates a moment of calm before the day truly gets going. Think about it, you've hydrated your body, gently moved your limbs, and now you are providing it with the fuel it needs. Consumed in a calm, deliberate way, this sequence builds a foundation for a good day. It's not about perfection. Not every morning has to be a culinary masterpiece. It's about making a conscious, healthy choice more often than not. Maybe some mornings it's just a banana and a handful of nuts if you're short on time. But the principle is the same. Provide your body with something genuinely good for it, without rushing or fussing. My grandpa often said, "You can't build a strong house on a weak foundation." He applied this to his morning meal. It was the foundation for his day. It wasn't fancy, but it was solid. And that consistency paid off in his energy levels and his general vitality. He wasn't bouncing off the walls, but he had a steady, reliable energy that allowed him to do the things he enjoyed. Whether it was pottering in the garden, reading, or visiting with neighbors. This habit of mindful, simple nourishment is truly about respecting your body and giving it the resources it needs to carry you through the day comfortably and energetically. It's a powerful act of self-care disguised as a simple meal. It prepares you not just physically, but also mentally, for whatever the day may bring. It's about making peace with your body and supporting it in the most fundamental way. Transitioning from nourishing the body. The next piece of my grandpa's morning puzzle was about nourishing the mind and spirit. Though he wouldn't have used such fancy terms, it was simply about taking a moment for quiet reflection and gratitude. After his water, his gentle movements, and his simple breakfast, he would often sit for a little while longer, usually with his cup of tea, just being. He might look out the window, read a newspaper quietly, or sometimes just close his eyes for a few minutes. It was a period of calm before engaging fully with the world. In today's fast-paced world, even in retirement, it's easy to get swept up in the news headlines, emails, social media, or the list of chores for the day almost as soon as we wake up. This can create stress and anxiety before we've even properly started. My grandpa's quiet time was an antidote to this. It was a deliberate pause, a moment to gather himself. For us, incorporating a few minutes of quiet reflection or gratitude into our morning can be incredibly beneficial for our mental and emotional well-being. It doesn't have to be formal meditation if that feels intimidating. It can be as simple as sitting quietly, focusing on your breath for a few moments, just noticing the in and out, without trying to change it. Or it could be thinking of 3 things you are grateful for right at that moment. The warm blanket, the comfort of your home, the ability to see the morning light. a phone call you're looking forward to. Saying these things aloud or writing them down can amplify their effect. This practice shifts your mindset from potential worry or stress to appreciation and positivity. It trains your brain to look for the good, which is a powerful tool as we navigate the challenges that life can bring, especially as we get older. Focusing on gratitude can reduce feelings of anxiety and depression, improve sleep, and even boost your immune system. It's a gentle way to cultivate resilience. My grandpa didn't talk about gratitude explicitly, but I remember him often remarking on simple things during this quiet time. Lovely morning, isn't it? Or, glad the rain held off. Or, that robin is back at the feeder. He was noticing and appreciating the small things around him. That is gratitude in action. Another aspect of this quiet time could be setting a simple, positive intention for the day. Instead of thinking about all the things you have to do or worry about, think about how you want to be. Maybe today your intention is to be patient, or to find joy in a small moment, or to connect with someone you care about. Setting an intention gives your day a gentle direction and purpose beyond just completing tasks. This quiet period also provides space for clarity. Before the demands of the day rush in, your mind is often clearest. It's a good time for gentle problem solving or gaining perspective on something that might be causing you concern. Just sitting with a thought rather than immediately reacting to it can bring a sense of calm and control. Think about how you feel when you rush out the door, grabbing something quick to eat, already thinking about appointments or errands. Compare that to a morning where you've hydrated, moved a little, eaten a nourishing meal slowly, and then taken a few minutes just to breathe and appreciate. The difference in how you feel, your energy, your mood, your patience can be enormous. This practice of mindful quiet time is about nurturing your inner world. It's about starting the day feeling grounded and centered, rather than scattered and stressed. It's a habit that builds emotional resilience and a more positive outlook on life. It's not selfish. It's essential self-care that allows you to show up better for yourself and for the people you care about. My grandpa's silent routine was perhaps the most powerful lesson he taught me about starting the day right. It wasn't about adding something to the day. It was about creating space before the day truly began. So, we've talked about starting with that first crucial glass of water, about the importance of gentle movement to wake up our bodies kindly, and about nourishing ourselves with simple, whole foods eaten mindfully, followed by that essential quiet time for reflection and gratitude. These might seem like small things, almost too simple, but when you weave them together consistently, day after day, week after week, they form a powerful tapestry that supports your vitality and well-being as you age. It's not about doing everything perfectly every single morning. Life happens, and some days will be different. It's about creating a general pattern, a default setting for your mornings that is kind and supportive to your aging body and mind. Remember that painful reality we talked about at the beginning, feeling sluggish, stiff, lacking energy. These simple habits are direct answers to those challenges. Hydration tackles morning dehydration and aids digestion. Gentle movement eases stiffness and improves circulation. Mindful nourishment provides sustained energy and essential nutrients. Quiet reflection and gratitude calm the mind and foster a positive outlook. They work together synergistically, each habit enhancing the effects of the others. My grandpa didn't have a fancy name for his routine. He just called it getting himself ready. And that's exactly what it does. It gets you ready, physically, mentally, and emotionally, for whatever the day holds. It builds a foundation of well-being that makes everything else easier to handle. Whether it's managing daily tasks, enjoying hobbies, spending time with loved ones, or navigating unexpected challenges, embracing these simple, timeless habits is an act of self-respect and self-care. It's acknowledging that your body has carried you through many years and deserves to be treated with kindness and attention, especially at the start of the day. It's about being proactive about your health and happiness, rather than just reacting to the challenges that arise. And it's never too late to start. You don't have to implement all of these at once. Maybe you start with just the glass of water for a week, then you add 5 minutes of gentle stretching the next week. Then you focus on eating a more nourishing breakfast mindfully. Small, consistent steps are much more sustainable than trying to overhaul everything at once. Think about the long-term impact. Consistently supporting your digestion can prevent discomfort and energy dips. Maintaining flexibility and strength through gentle movement can reduce your risk of falls and make it easier to stay active and independent. Nourishing your body with whole foods provides the building blocks for energy and cellular health. Nurturing a positive mindset through gratitude and reflection can improve your resilience and overall happiness. These aren't just ways to feel better today. They are investments in your future well-being. My grandpa lived a full, active life for many years, and I truly believe his simple, consistent morning routine was a big part of that. It wasn't about achieving peak performance. It was about maintaining a baseline of comfort, energy, and presence. It was about respecting the rhythm of life and working with his body, not against it. Don't feel discouraged if some mornings don't go according to plan. The goal isn't perfection. It's progress and consistency over time. Just return to the routine the next day. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. This is about building supportive habits, not following a strict regimen that causes stress. I really encourage you to try incorporating some of these ideas into your own morning. Start small, be consistent, and pay attention to how you feel. You might be surprised at the positive changes you notice in your energy levels, your mood, and your overall sense of well-being. These simple practices are a powerful reminder that the most effective ways to care for ourselves are often the most basic and fundamental ones. The kind of wisdom passed down through generations. What are your current morning habits? Is there one simple thing you could try adding this week? Let me know in the comments below. Your experiences and insights are valuable, and sharing them can inspire others in our community. If you found this video helpful and encouraging, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel and lets me know this kind of content resonates with you. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss future videos on living well at every age. Remember, you have the power to make small changes that lead to big improvements in how you feel every day. It's about building a morning routine that supports you, energizes you, and prepares you for a vibrant day. Start where you are. Start simple. And just start. Live your best life at every age.